Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Secretary, thank you for joining us today. I want to begin by discussing a bill which I've introduced here in the House, Lindsey Graham in the Senate, the Sanctioning Russia Act. As you know, Mr. Secretary, this legislation requires sweeping sanctions on all those individuals, financial institutions, and other entities affiliated with the Russian invasion of Ukraine. It establishes a 500% tariff on all imports from Russia to the United States, as well as on products from any nation which continues to enable this war through the purchase of Russian origin oil and natural gas. Mr. Secretary, this committee and this Congress have an obligation to provide the administration with the tools necessary to deliver lasting peace through strength. The Sanctioning Russia Act has strong support from many on this dais and in the House, and has 84 out of 100 U.S. senators currently signing on as co-sponsors. So my first question, Mr. Secretary, how well is the Department of Treasury ready and able to implement legislation of this scope should it become law?
Good. Thank you for this very important point. So economic tools remain an important facet of the administration's strategy to end the conflict. All the options are on the table. Treasury is ready to take action to facilitate a durable and lasting peace. We have existing U.S. sanctions and export controls on Russia that remain in place and continue to be enforced. I'm aware of the legislation. I would encourage Congress to continue to let this administration have flexibility to support the negotiations. We should be aware of unintended consequences.
Specifically, what resources does OFAC require to ensure that the sanctions are executed swiftly as intended?
We have all the resources that we need, sir.
Okay, and I want to point out, Mr. Secretary, we appreciate the administration's support of this legislation to maximize the administration's leverage to deal with Mr. Putin. Separately from sanctions, but on a related topic, can you speak to what steps the United States, and particularly the Treasury Department, Mr. Secretary, I know you had a big role to play in the mineral agreement. Thank you for that. Any steps you can share of the Treasury Department taking to implement the April 30th agreement, which establishes a joint reconstruction investment fund in support of the long-term economic success of Ukraine?
Yes, and Congressman, just as I have said with the U.S., economic security is national security is economic security. President Trump and I believe that a strong, sound Ukrainian economy over the long term will be their best defense. When the Berlin Wall came down, Poland and Ukraine economies were the same size. Now Poland's is 3 times larger. I believe that we could imagine in 2 decades that Ukrainian economy, through good management, through a partnership like this and global investment, could be larger than the Russian economy. And I think that that would provide a very prove an extreme deterrent for whomever is running Russia then. I would say this partnership, we are working on operationalizing it quickly. There's going to be, we had members of the Ukrainian economic team in our offices at Treasury last week. There's going to be a big conference in Rome about rebuilding Ukraine. We are urging the World Bank to focus on this. And Congressman, I believe that you will be in extreme agreement with me on this, that we are dedicated and confirm the fact that no country contributed to the Russian war machine through monies, through troops, or through military parts or any parts used for Russian military weapons will be eligible to participate in the rebuilding of the Ukraine. You do not get to destroy a country, destroy people, ruin lives, and then get paid to rebuild it.
Thank you for that, sir. Just very quickly revisiting, you said you wanted flexibility. This legislation is designed to give the administration maximum flexibility and pressure to end this conflict. It's got a ton of co-sponsors in the House, 84 out of 100 U.S. senators. Is there any changes specifically you'd like to see made to that legislation?
Congressman, I'm happy to have my staff work with you on that, and it is good to see that some things can get done on a bipartisan basis.
Thank you, sir. I yield back.
Thank you, Mr. Evans.